Led by Jody and prayer by Macron. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, Lord, thank you for having such a great crowd here to approve and move this town forward. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, Mac. Thank you. Approve the minutes from April 7th, 2025, public meeting.
I move.
Moved by Mike,
Second.
seconded by Connie. No further questions. Vote on it, Jody. Aye. Nancy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Skip.
Aye.
Connie.
Aye.
Mayor's report, accommodation procedure from South Central Planning. Mr. Tom.
Yes, sir. First one is BC 1054. This property's been condemned in the owner has until this date to repair the demolished structure. SCBA has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. More progress has been made to tear down and empty the structure. This should continue until the entire structure is demolished and the site is cleaned. The owner was present.
Okay, the owner is here. You have anything to say?
Took down the wall walls, still there now. I got what everybody spoke with. Got what I spoke with today, to see what's left of the structure, pretty decent. We talked to Joey, a couple weeks ago, or last week. What's left could be sheeted. She done it like this to begin with. She was able to share the storage. He said yes, it could be done, and salvage done for I need to do. So, if I don't mind, give me 30 days to prep up this a bit. I've got this some 3 walls out. And she walls, they'll put it back on 2 weeks, 14 days, that's a month. That's what we just asked for 30 days now.
You want to make a shed of it?
I want to put the shed back, yeah. I'm going to put the sheets on it, and I need to look at everything, and inspect the base, and I'll put the sheets on it. Over all of it, the roof and walls.
We have no problem with you making a shed. Make sure you get a permit for your shed.
Okay, so I got those to the,
Yeah.
so we got tomorrow, Wednesday. Thank you.
All right. You want to give 30 days, Jenna? I'll move. Moved by
I'll
Jody.
second.
Seconded by Nancy. Any further questions? Any further questions? Jody. Aye. Nancy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Skip.
Aye.
I have it. All right, Mr. Tom.
The next one is BC 1067. This property has been condemned. The property has been demolished. CBO has an update report regarding the state of the property after demolition.
This was a follow-up inspection. The structure is completely torn down. The city needs to remove all the construction debris and cover the hole in the septic system.
Okay, my recommendation would be the same, the property owner, copy of your last report, where it goes when you have that.
So they have a tree that's down where you don't tree. I thought it was going to be picked up by the truck, but it was still and the roots and all, still in the end over there.
Well, not really looking at the tree.
Well, the trees, that's a different subject.
Exactly.
Well, that's why the problem is because they really cut out, but it wasn't the same.
Well, then, I'll make the motion to send a letter.
I'll second
Made by
that.
Jody,
Yep.
second by Nancy. Any further questions? If no further questions, we vote on it. Jody. Aye. Nancy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Skip. Connie.
Aye.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Tom.
Okay, excuse me, BC 1063. This property has been condemned. The property is under consideration by authorities with Restore Louisiana. The structure to be demolished and reconstructed. Authorities with Restore is scheduled to give an update to the council as to the status of the work to be performed. And in addition to that, CBO does have an update report.
This was a follow-up inspection. There has been no change since the previous inspection, so it's my recommendation to proceed with the evaluation.
I got someone else in there.
Okay. Mr. Guzzo?
I'd like to do 14 days to where we could hear from Restore on exactly what's going on. Asked for the grass to be cut a while back, still needs to be cut. I mean, between the fence and the house on the north side that they've done some work on, I believe I want to say that's a lease purchase, I'm not sure, but someone is living there, they work on the porch and stuff. The overgrowth is going onto their property. There's,
Mr. Kim, as I address the grass clear, still in structure.
well, then, I wanna know where we at with restore. I mean, there's grass growing out the attic or the second story. I mean, you got a hurricane season coming, is it gonna be torn down? Where are we at with this? Is basically,
Okay, so the last time I talked to them, so they applied for the permits to tear and rebuild the house, but it has to go through the variance, board.
They had a meeting on,
Okay, because I had called him when I found out, because I had to call GIS, and it has to, go through the variance board, and then you guys have to have a meeting for it.
well, we have that down the agenda. Report from the variance board.
and it's in our.
Do y'all wanna do, push, that part of the report?
Maybe we should.
Now?
yeah, we could do
I
that.
move.
I second.
Second by Kip, any questions? We've got a question, we're going to Jody. Nancy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Connie.
Aye.
All right, Mr. Roby, can you give me a report from your video on that structure?
Sure, this is a side yard variance along Hall Street from 5 foot to 3.3 foot. As a board, we met and we decided to deny the side yard variance along Hall Street, just too close to the street, the road, fire trucks, and we're trying to set precedent like we did with this passing, so we declined it, and that's actually all right.
Thank you, Mike, for the report. Thank you to me, or sir.
Okay.
Any comments, Mr. Thompson?
Yeah, I thought that 3.3 was, I didn't see this, but it is, like a 3.3 on the.
No, they got 5 foot from the, they do have 5 foot from the other neighbor.
The fence line.
And that was the main thing, it was right on there where it caught fire. You can see where it kind of, dealt with some of the siding, but they will have 5 feet from that neighbor. They're actually a little bit more on the Hall Street. We're just concerned with the building, it's looked like it's a 30 by 60, did you know? You're not sure, but we don't know what the eaves is, so we just, we not, we want to go the same way we did with taxi, and we will leave it up to the town if y'all want to switch it, it's up to y'all.
What would be what would be a big difference from the street?
That's what we did.
That's what you found the ordinance.
Yeah, the ordinance, we just followed the ordinance.
And you got 2 firemen that sit on that board.
So, I mean, you know, we had tried to do the same thing with this taxi, get a smaller but longer. You don't know how big this house is, it looks like a 30 by 60, it looks pretty big.
38 by
John, do you
40.
remember when you put the application, what it is? Really?
It's on here, but.
I don't see it.
Just distracted all.
38 by
Where-
40.
So this is the old one. Oh, that's the new one, okay.
So the
30 by
new one
60.
is 30, yeah, I don't think it's
Subtracted
60, I
everything,
think
but
it's 40 something.
30 by 30, 30 by 40.
38
We were concerned on the Hall Street stuff, the fire trucks to get down there and everything else.
All right. That's all right, decided to do. Okay, why don't we do the council, Jody?
I'll go with the reject it, but I would like to give it to myself. I would like to consider, you got 5 foot on the other end, I wouldn't measure from the house, the other house to the fence is 8.5 foot from the house. If you would put 3.3 on the other side, it would be 11.5 foot from house to house. If the variance is 5 foot from each line, you open it 10
It's
foot.
5 foot from the neighbor's, from their property, not the.
From the south side.
Yeah. So
What
why you
I'm
say
getting
8?
at, as a
Not
common
eight.
sense of view, this is the line. If you gotta be 5 foot off of this one, 5 foot off of this one, that's 8 foot wide, right? Where that house is already 8 foot off the line. If you put this one a little closer, it's gonna still be 11.5 foot more.
Whatever you want to do.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not on, it's the opposite. They have to redo the.
Should still be allowed to do.
Why you gonna redo the trail? You can't go over that property.
And it's 3.3 from there.
No.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. If the 3.3 would be on the fence side, it would be even more, okay, because it would still be 11 foot wide.
Jody, on that,
But it's gotta be on your property 5 foot, not the neighbor's property.
Jody, on that north side, you could barely pass between the house and the fence.
That house, you don't have to, that house is not gonna be there anymore, that house is gonna go.
Well, that's my concern now is the house, because we knocking on
Well,
the
if they
door.
get the permit, they're gonna probably tear it down.
Well, I mean, it's condemned. I'm not trying to deny this woman a house, but we're knocking on the door of hurricane season. It's in bad shape. The people working on that house to the north. I mean, it's not gonna take much of a storm for stuff to be flying off that house. Am I wrong saying that, you think, Mr. Building Inspector God? Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, the house is gonna be torn down, I mean, there's no, I mean, if they don't get a permit to build a new one, they're
Well,
gonna.
that's what with the permit, the big discussion.
Yeah, the
You
permit
go back
is
to
the
the
discussion.
We'll move forward on the recommendation.
Yeah.
So Nancy had a question.
Yes, like if we deny her, will she still be allowed to build her house in a different size or?
Yeah.
They'd have to give another,
Could in theory get a narrow house. You could say 30-foot wide, say 24 feet.
or what?
I don't know if they have
Over
those.
the other, we just don't. Well, this is the law. The various regions on your line, either side, you gotta be 5 foot, right? Your house that's already there, I imagine it's 8.5 foot.
It has nothing to do with that house, it's gotta be.
I understand that, but listen to my reason. So if you go 5 foot over this, then you're gonna be 8, 9, 15 feet distance. If you come over a bit, you're still gonna be back to your 10 foot. Because if this is the line that the variance is 5 foot on both sides, you see what I'm saying, you see the reason? You're gonna be more than 10 foot. You're gonna be 11 and
You
a
can have
half.
that board too, if you want. I mean, I'm just trying to follow.
But they would
what
have
y'all-
to redo
I'm just
it.
following what y'all told us to follow.
That's
You want to
why
deny
you're
it.
doing
You
it.
did deny it. So now you make your motion what you want to do, okay?
No, they would have to come.
No.
Max should be answering all these questions. If you're gonna change the size and the dimension of the property, she needs to reapply.
Yeah, you have a real property going.
But again, we still gotta vote on the issue tonight. There's a lot of ifs and this and that, but we can't move forward unless we take care of one situation. Well, it's not Max, somebody gonna make a motion.
I'll move to go with the variance board's recommendation and deny the permit.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Mike, second by Kip. Now we can discuss it. You wanna discuss it more, Joe?
No.
My thing is, what I was gonna ask for the 14 days was, in 14 days, either restore, tears it down, or we move to condemn this house. I mean, we've been dragging this on forever.
We gotta vote.
Yeah.
Tonight, and then we get back there and discussion.
Oh, no problem.
I know cut you off twice, but.
Yeah, it's all good.
We'll keep it in order.
All good. I get it.
All right, Donnie? You come back. Nancy? You know what happened?
If she reapplies, she can still build her a house, she just needs to go narrow, I understand that.
And I'm gonna tell you, you know, with
It's-
Patsy's house, we're asking to do a smaller one.
They
have their-
won't?
They have their drawing, their design.
They build like a spec house.
Yeah. But don't they have to follow our rules also?
Yes. Yeah.
But I asked them when Miss Patsy was doing it, if they were gonna, they could make a smaller house. They got a
Right,
drawing.
a cookie cutter house,
You have a small house, you have a big house. And if I'm wrong, but that's where we're at.
right.
A few months ago.
I can't even get these
How
reports. People
far
to
is the
call me
house
back.
right now? It's 5 right now?
On the north side, by the other house, it would be 5 foot, by the road, it's 3.2. That's what you're seeing.
You're asking the existing house. We don't, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, this is hard, that's gonna be.
But it's only like 2 feet.
That was built right over
We're
there.
not talking about the old house, we're talking about the
The
new
new
house.
house.
Let's keep it in order.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about the new structure.
So it's gonna be a tighter fit in the street, already a tight fit in the street.
And they worry about fire, fire truck going in the street. and
That's
everything
my
else.
thing. I mean, if the fire department's worried about getting to the house behind them, that they're not gonna be able to put out their fire or whatever, that's my issue with
I just like to stay on track.
it. And look,
Holding on to the committee.
look, I live next to a house that's, I can touch it on my back window, on my side
But
window.
there was a motion and a second, we just need a
You
vote.
know, I mean,
Good discussion. Trying to give an opportunity, everybody discuss, anybody else have any questions?
I can still explain something to you. Okay, so I understand that they have their step houses. But don't they have to stay so many feet away from the fence line?
Yeah.
And
That's why they're asking for
For them to
variance.
build this house, they have to stay so many feet away.
That's why they're asking for the variance.
Okay, let's go. I'm good.
Okay, we vote on Jordan.
Hey,
And
Yes.
Mike.
Aye.
Aye.
Now, the owner, if you wanna go back to your people, and they wanna give you a smaller house, we reapply, you know what I'm saying? The doors are open, if they go to a smaller building, but I know the time of it, so, I'm just saying that. All right, can you go back,
I'm gonna call Mr. Crispin on that.
go back to South Central Planning on the post structure. Okay, you already gave your report of the post structure, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Right,
condemnation order's already been issued. And then we even went out for bidding and awarded it. So, all that.
Well, then
Well, I
I'll
know Mr.
move-
Flint also had some comments, and if this is the time you wanna talk about it.
Well, then if we accepted bids, I'll move it, take the next step.
No, it's okay, so my record, it's a contract, but my records indicate that a condemnation order has been issued in 2024. In, I think, November of 24, we accepted bid. I don't have a low bid anymore. The council already accepted the low bid. And all we were waiting on was to send out a notice of demolition. That a representative of the store came to the meeting and asked us to hold off because we were going to demolish it, but at the time, they had given us like a 6-month time period.
So we are people to your wall.
So the next step to move forward with demolition would be sending out notice of demolition, Mason Bronco, and letting the contractor know that we can go.
Need a motion in that effect, if you're okay.
I made that motion.
All right, keep it moving. Press second. That's one. Second twice. Three times. Failed. Not second. So what are y'all with? It's like that.
Well, then I'm gonna try a 14-day FD.
Vote on that.
Yeah, make a motion on that?
You're gonna take the 14 days up to-
I'll second that.
Amen. Got a question? Got a question? You'll vote on it. Nate. And Mike.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Josh. Now.
If I may, that took for clarification, that's 14, pretty much, you always up there, it's the store 14 days.
Yes, sir. Like next meeting, from Restore, they tearing it down, what's going on?
Mr. Jody provided me that the contact person is Chris Bain, I have his phone number. So Tracy and I will follow up with him.
Did you all send me that? Because I tried calling them on this Patsy a few times, I couldn't get a reply on them from you. Yeah, I heard that.
I've spoken to Mr. Bain about Mr. Walker's project, and I think Mr. Jody has to say.
All right, we'll move forward. Now,
Next one, BC 1036, the property has been condemned. The owner has until this day to repair and demolish the structure.
This is a follow-up inspection. The renovation work is ongoing and will continue until the building is weathertight and no longer in a condition state.
On this one, spoke to the owner, he had, the Amish Mennonites, they kinda left. He's got a bit of boxy and soffit, if I'm mistaken, you agree on that, the finish, or most of it?
Some siding.
And some siding, but the windows, the doors are there, I spoke to you in the past, Tyvek tape is good enough, the box, to me, the boxy and soffit, whatever you wanna call it, the worst, right?
Yeah, and just
Finishing that little bit of siding and that like Mike called it, I don't know the proper term, yeah, I'll do 30 days, because he told me they're gonna be, I talked to him and I saw twice for sure, him and his son were working on it, so.
I said, there's a motion by Kitty, get the 30 days, second by Jordan. Is there any further question? No further question, we vote on it.
spoke to him. He is selling it. He don't own this property. He owns the property behind it. Thibodeau made a mistake, so they're trying to get that paperwork correct.
He's not here, he's not here tonight.
Exactly, it's Mr. Johnson's problem.
Plaisance?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Mr. Jones.
Okay, so supposedly your property is under his son's name? No, that's what I was.
They used to live there before.
Yes, yes, okay.
Not my property, the property in front, 131, got it right here from the assessor's office, and description, everything. That's under Nicholas Johnson, not Johnny Clay.
Okay,
I'm going through this with the assessor, I got the deed, I got everything, my property is behind, not that property.
okay.
All right, now,
When Mr. Johnny Jackson, when I bought that house, he was going to make the problem, get rid of the paperwork. And it was always like that, that it would always look at the county, instead of us. Somebody would get rid of some, yes, that, yeah.
Tao.
not really, he used to live there. I don't know, he used to live there.
Yeah, that was my house. So it's a,
And Tom, what is your research?
Well, I don't have it with me, I hope, I trust we have the right owner of the property. I will say this, from a pure legal perspective, we can only go with the name that the assessor has in his records. And not having that on his hard to say right now, I presume that the name that the assessor has is the name of the person who sent all the notices out.
Got it right here from the assessor's office.
Right, yes.
Got 131.
Yes.
Now listen, the tax assessor really is not the, ownership, she picks stuff on her assessment. I'm looking at the property description, and that's really what we go off of. I just think Mr. Johnson would have never come here if he did that, the property owner, and it was really not.
He came to one meeting and said he was selling it,
Right, yeah.
you know?
I understand he sold the fence and
So I'm looking
he
at.
got the money from somebody.
Well, where we at today
So,
with the process? This is the fourth one. Where are we?
So the next step would be, we gave an update report. The next step, I just want to set up, we would proceed with the condemnation, which would be not there now.
that's my motion to move forward.
There's a motion made by Mike,
And I'll second.
second by Kip. Discussion,
Or go out.
discussion motion.
Go out for bids.
Yeah.
They're not the right house and not mine.
We hope,
Might get noisy for a little while, Brad. It might get a little noisy.
It's all good.
All right.
I have a question.
Can't say nothing about the noise with the right house.
If he sold the house to someone else, now their problem?
Then call an attorney.
Yeah, Mayor, I'm looking in the
The
record
best,
right
the
now.
best thing is for us, the council, the mayor, stay out of it, and the attorney. If the property owner or the house owner has any problem, then go to the legal court. Because, you know what I'm saying, Nancy, that's the best way.
legally have.
And I know in the assessor, if you go in the computer, a lot of land is not where it's supposed to.
Right, but that's why
I had
we
the
hard-
same
that's
confusion
why
with
we hard-
mine.
If you call 131, that block right there, it's John Ford that owns it. Nicholas John Ford.
We'll go,
Right.
we'll go ahead and vote on it. Jody? Nancy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Kip?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, move forward.
All right, take care of my house, I'm moving into you.
I'm probably gonna take it out.
PC 1071,
I move.
I'll second.
Moved by Mike, second by Matt. Any questions? All right, Jody? Nancy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Skip?
Aye.
Tommy?
Aye.
Yes, sir. PC 1066, this property has been condemned, the demolition schedule 144, the second 2025.
This was a follow-up inspection. There have been no changes since the previous inspection, so the fire committee received the evaluation.
Which one? This one?
What do you got to do?
Second.
Makes sense. Two. Yeah, they have to make site monitoring, so, no, that's necessary.
Yeah. Next meeting.
PC 1074, service. Service has not been able to be made at the address of the report from the United States Postal Service. Well, there is no such address for the service to be made at. According to your request, I got an attorney at 520, whereabouts of the village, property will have to be rescheduled for a
Ten seventy-four?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll make that motion if that's what we gotta do.
Motion made by Phil,
A second.
second by Tommy. Now we're going to Jody. Matt?
Aye.
Aye.
Skip?
Aye.
Tommy?
PC 1075, this property is currently scheduled for conservation on May 5th, 2025. No action is necessary at this time. That said, the report from the Postal Service shows that the certified letter was, quote, unclaimed. Pursuant to law, we are
Aye.
Aye.
Right, this, PC 1078, this property is scheduled for condemnation hearing scheduled for 2025. We have not been able to make service on the owner, which is, for our purposes, the estate of Elma Lewis. Lydia Griffin, we are requesting an attorney ad hoc to be appointed, and this matter will be scheduled for the
I'll move on that.
Move by Pierre. The second,
Second.
second by Mike.
It was Jody.
Second by Jody. Any question? Go on, Jody.
Aye.
Pierre.
Aye.
Right, PC 1081. This property is scheduled for hearing on May 5th, 2025. Any proper service was made from the agent service process integrity, non-ancillary service record person. We want to request the chief of police, local police department, to attend personal service on the agent service process within the next 4 days. That's the minimum. If that can't be done, it's SCPC's opinion that this matter is stay on the agenda for the next hearing. And we have hopes that perhaps the property owner will show up anyway because there's some word out there in the street that this is. If she doesn't, the officer of the corporation don't show up. It's got the hearing date for the hearing.
Wherever you guys go.
So, yeah, I would like to just make a request to see
What
if the chief
police
can do
department?
it timely.
Okay, you need a motion for our police department to deliver the letter?
I'll move.
Okay. Question, we'll go on the door.
I do have, the owner called me to ask for the guy that tears down the property in the town, so I gave her a page number, so I can. Aye.
Next.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
PC 1073, this matter is going to be served on an attorney ad hoc for combination date, the end scheduled on June 2nd, 2025. Just this date,
We figured this one out.
we get some of those. So that will be set June 7th.
And there's a house that don't have, there's no street.
Yeah.
Right, it was actually in this meeting and the Pelican money and whatever.
Wait one second.
Right,
Yeah.
it's land cost.
Actually,
Hold on.
Rosen Wayne. Rosen Wayne.
Properties PC 1080, we have received the abstract on this notice to appear. It's being prepared in their signature and on the seat. Search and election here will be initiated from my office. Nomination period is going to be set for June 2nd to 2025 or at the latest June 16th.
Okay, now it's time for you report. Anybody have anything else for Mr. Tom and his staff? If not, now, we have another broad guy.
Thank y'all. Y'all be careful.
Thank you.
Next, building permit, Court of Adjustment, public hearing for Meadow Jasper variance. Mr. Roman?
Yes, as a board, we met to discuss the rear yard variance for a new residence in the R2 zone from 20 foot to 14.8 foot of Megan Gospel. As a board, we approved the rear yard
was there when I went today, so they should be able to test those pumps this week. It's not that far, but we still have to go fix for the efficiency. Should be irrigation project, seawall, DRA application was submitted. We'll have an update for that. The May grant, we are continuing with designs. Jefferson Street, we are working with the design on that one. So, Super phase 8, we've got all the agreements with the state property. So you can see now, blank contracts for the side. This is the sewer lift station on Williams Road, public project, and it's also, the community has that, we actually have it running. Lift station, just into the old lift station where it goes to that. Now that they have permanent power, they will make that transfer over. On, we are waiting for permits for that. Is, capital outlay request for fiscal year 26. We are in session right now discussing it. Building contract chamber, building parts, we went a little higher than anticipated, so we're kind of looking for materials, so we can get everything to low price. To the preliminary permit, after we see, we are also working on the new ordinance, revised ordinance. Those are the three maps that we have around areas. Look for clear things that are above 500 years age. So in theory, we will not have any elevation requirements in the ground, which is at least half around the inside. When we get to that point, I would recommend that we still have some elevation requirement, not the same. 2.5, we'll get to that. And sewer phase 9, which is a little bit next to what we're proposing instead of coming out.
Report?
Yes, sir. So the first item on our agenda is report of all of the organization. One of our hopefully we'll get that. Item 2, 4, are set for release. We were supposed to get an update in this video about 26 agreements that were there. Anyone who in to the property? The last meeting?
Yeah, it was, we did really good and all, she does really good, but all her stuff that she has back her wood and all her other stuff that was crossed back last time.
Okay. So Mayor, maybe we'll defer
So
those
I
items
think
to
it,
the
that,
next meeting and we can pass them around now. Make sure that the council receives them if they believe that they can talk. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, I finished my refresher course, and I'm full certified again. And Jalen Bird, our newest hire, well, our hire from January, he graduated from the academy too, so he's
Oh.
now post-certified and is going through training with the sheriff's office as long as they're gonna FTO him, so.
Any other questions? Old business, Hurricane Audit Project, senior citizen top bill, which is rule, question next week, call scheduled for the fourth, 29th. Swimming pool, club building, swimming pool, hot house building, possible budget, call scheduled for the fourth, 2025. Archery and asphalt repair, review, and disregard, perform.
It was a very good day.
It was, we had a good turnout. I think the kids really,
It was really nice. We had a nice turnout.
oh, yeah.
Over 800 snowballs for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
it was good.
American Indian Monument.
was- Are you
Good
gonna
job on that.
remove it off of
On
the
the record.
agenda? I second.
Yeah.
Moved by Jody, second by Nancy, move to the agenda. All, we'll vote on it. Jody, aye.
Aye.
All right.
American Indian Monument, senior for the advice. Any update on traffic counts for the fire company? Jody?
Yeah, we, moving on with that, Nancy got us on a big tip, but more, going to parish and some stuff, we will talk about with the others.
Thanks for the help, Nancy, but that A1 asphalt, today was their third strike. I tried Wednesday, I tried Thursday.
Yeah, but listen, I hear you.
I
The
get it.
numbers, I
Straight
gotta
to, it went straight to voicemail all 3 days. I mean, I wasn't calling 7 times a day, but,
Yeah,
you know.
just one that, you get.
But
one
I spoke with Archie, picked his brain a little bit, spoke with Miss Marie, picked her brain a lot, which I'll continue to. I got contacts for the signs, for what the company they use for the speed bump, so I'm hoping next meeting we're gonna have a call.
Just to add on that, the people that Nancy contacted, they said they would come from New Orleans, and it's like 450 plus people. If we, just to give it an example.
I mean, but,
It would be like 8 people, if we,
And
if they meet the criteria even again.
And the speed bumps that that are just the ones that are already made, they're around the same price. Yeah.
The
The
ones-
parish is different, they might,
no, the ones
might
from Miss
come
Marie,
from,
what she sent me were the bulkhead type. And
Oh,
kinda
it's
like
a
what,
bolt-in like the.
kinda from that U-line. I mean, if I would've known it was U-line, I threw away the catalog they send me every year, it's like 3 inches thick. Yeah, but, anyway,
There was another one, I don't know.
yeah, it is kinda, yeah, I wouldn't wanna get hit with that.
And then once we get to the full figures, we still gotta get that. Speed tickets, the traffic, if you don't have, we're running on there.
There's no traffic.
Yeah, there's.
No.
No,
Moving on.
But I will say, Mayor, we kinda further along than we have since October, November.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right. Council consider approving. Council consider nominating. Inventory and the word back.
What is the system? What does that do?
This is a,
Never heard of that.
it's a committee that the parish was requested to put together, and they are requesting one representative from each jurisdiction. I don't know the specifics of what they're going to do, other than it has to do with the industrial tactics.
So maybe once he gets on the committee, he can keep us informed on what he's doing.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah,
I'll take
second.
it if y'all want me.
Motion made by Jody,
I'll second it.
second by Nancy. Any further questions? Vote on it, Jody. Nancy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
All right.
I was just wondering.
The council considers approving request to install security light on knock on them, see if they.
I went and looked at it, it's a new pole, it's the only one in the street without one, and it's either the house or next to the house that had the boat stolen a while back during the winter. So I think we should put these people, street lights, as they're asking for one.
Never had one.
No, it's a new pole. Yes, sir.
Second.
Motion made by, Rick, seconded by Connie. Got a question? Now we'll vote on Jody. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I move.
Aye.
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 Updated 127 Research Street, Sulphur Gas.
I never talked to them, but I went out there quite a few times, nobody's ever there. Yeah.
That's why I had it off.
Yeah, yeah, no, but,
Keep it on the agenda,
Yeah.
because I don't want to leave it.
exactly. All right.
Council consider approving replacement of the temporary fire station at West Lane. Chief, Fire chief, you have, some comments?
Yeah, so we had originally planned to put in the football field behind the school, but the driveway would have been a lot longer, we could save a lot of money if we could just put it on the operating account.
Well, we used to have that car, that
Yes,
gas.
yeah, yeah, so it'd be temporary, we're looking 18 to 24 months. We was hoping to have a station in progress already, but we navigated through the red tape, and just creating more red tape. So, they're not giving us approval to build it yet. So we're still going through, we finally met the 50%. We wanted to pass the square footage down, so we're doing that, we're working with them.
This is gonna be a building.
That's a Carolina carport. Like a carport building, you're gonna have, you just have to have 4 walls, heater, and the doors have to close, to be considered a carport. Yeah, so we're gonna, I didn't wanna apply for the permit until you say yes, we can. We're gonna do that tomorrow. If the council says yes, go ahead and apply for the permit tomorrow.
You go with that, Rick?
Now, our plan is to sell it after the auction it off to the move, to try to recoup some of the money we spent.
Why we don't charge you for the property you need to do it for?
Like I said, I'm like the school board.
I was kinda thinking the same thing myself, to be
We're not gonna
honest.
stop fire protection, but, take that into
I'm sure
consideration.
we can sell it for a cheap price.
Cooperative endeavor?
Yeah,
I can go back to the board and see.
just, just check that out, I mean, I think.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, now, moved by Jody,
I'll second.
second by Nancy, any further discussion? Keep my discussion.
Yeah, I'll go back to the school board, and I mean, the fire rate board and see.
It's just a thought, you know what I'm saying? Okay, is that up for the question, roll
I'll
on
look
Jody?
at
Aye.
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 Yep.
Aye.
I'm sorry.
You saw it?
Aye.
All right, any other business to be brought up, Jody, you talking about, you talking about some grass and everything?
Ms. Brandy Alonso, the yard. I spoke to her about it a couple of meetings ago, she said she'd have it done, but
Motion made to add to the agenda.
I'll make a motion to add something to the agenda.
Second by Jody. Audience once, twice, once. Vote on Jody. Aye.
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 Aye. I'd spoken to Brandy about cutting her grass a couple of meetings ago, it's worse. I'd just like to have the grass cut. I mean, it's taken through the fence on the neighbor side, you know. We've done it before.
Documented,
Oh, sounds good.
Just note we did request grass cutting bids by due this Thursday for to enter into a 1-year contract with the grass cutting.
involved,
No, it's you.
I just would get clarified with the demolition. That's in the work, it's gonna happen.
Mr. Johnny, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. but it's in the
Exactly.
works.
It's in the
Yeah.
I can't talk to all these people here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their opinion. It's in the works. I can't guarantee it's gonna get done, but that,
I wanted to know which one was coming out.
but it's true, a lot of things can change, but that's not actually.
I just would, that was to make sure it's the right house.
Make sure it's the right house.
Just go through it.
I'll hit the back.
You know, if you look at that's the successor, they didn't, not even showing it there, and if you go by the, guys, if you go by the satellite, they got the houses split. They got the houses split.
They'll get it straight, the permit.
Here, I'm gonna move in with you.
It's on recording.
And so we should know more about the speed bumps maybe next week.
Hopefully.
Taking steps at a time.
Yeah, I understand.
You're the representative for that street, so I thought we could.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Good? Oh, come on.
Three.
Yeah, that's done?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something with the house that I sold, it really needs to be torn down because of the house. The front wall, when you come into the door, by the driveway, that whole wall is gone.
Yeah.
All the beams, that's why I got rid of it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you sharing that, brother.
And
Well, if,
not to mention the raccoons and the.
I'm just gonna say this, the next
if
one we.
Jody agrees, I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Roger on that.
Okay, thank you for coming. Anybody else? Nobody else need,
I'm okay.
to adjourn?
I'm okay,
Moved by George, second by Mike, is that correct?
That's good.
All four?
Aye.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the
Mike, yeah.